Fire. Mysterious and mesmerizing. It's a chemical reaction of three elements: fuel, oxygen, and spark. While the exact science behind the creation of a flame is largely unknown, we do know that when these three elements combine, fire is a certain result. Economic growth. A social phenomenon that can be both amazing and disgusting. Just as a fire can get out of control, so too economic growth can have a life of its own. It gets out of control when our nominal records of wealth deviate from actual reality. We get nominally richer, but in actuality, we are getting poorer. We spin our wheels. This increase of nominal wealth, creating a decrease in actual wealth, is an inversion. Yet we often get trapped in inversions. We may lose our effective ability to choose how we participate in an economy. Financial obligations may dictate to us that we create nominal wealth, even at the expense of our own actual wealth and that of our society. And our participation in the madness may be under duress, since we rely on society for items like housing and food. Just as fuel, oxygen, and a spark combine to create a fire, inversions, lack of choice, and duress will combine to create unstable and cancerous economic growth, both in society and in our own life. If we actively differentiate between nominal and actual economic situations, this problem can be managed. Hi, I'm David Billings. I'm the author of Introducing Economic Actualism, which uses three principles to systematically explain why economic bubbles form, why nominal economic data deviates from actual reality, and how to live an actual life in a nominalist society. I hold degrees in economics and organizational behavior from Western University and biological engineering from the University of Guelph. I'm the developer of economic actualism, and the process has helped me to have one patent granted, another patent pending, a career as an independent handyman, an active creative lifestyle, but it has also helped me to largely stay clear of this mess we call modern corporate North America. Like many of us, I grew up in the North American middle class and have been dismayed to watch that economy die a slow, cancerous death. We all seem to be working more for less. We are increasingly committed to unsustainability. We are cash rich, but life poor. The world is going crazy, and economics, the science of rational behavior, is leading the descent into madness. If we are to live in an economy, we must solve this mystery as to why nominal and actual economic reality diverge. Existing theories like capitalism, communism, and socialism have lost relevance. Their lessons and the conflicts between them have gotten us into this mess. Capitalism is obsessed with dominating nature. But now our focus should be to protect nature. Communism is obsessed with class conflict. But all the classes are really in the same economic lifeboat. Starting a brawl on this tiny, dingy planet Earth is not much of a solution to our problems. Socialism tries to redistribute wealth fairly, which has a lot of merit, but always seems to be like putting a Band-Aid on a chainsaw wound to both donor and receiver. The left and right squabble more and more each year, but neither seems to have the answer, and the public gets more disenchanted and annoyed with every election. While conventional economic theories inspire passionate rhetoric and pride, they do not solve the problem of why our economy is burning. We need a theory which is practical, not just a reason for a good soundbite, but an empirical solution to our social problems. It should be grounded in the reality of our lives rather than the reality of our spreadsheet, and it should be simple to understand, yet able to accommodate the complexity of modern society. Economic actualism shows how human history can be seen as a confusion between actual and nominal economic reality. It has three principles. The interplay between these three principles explains much of the economic instability and how these bubbles affect us. The first principle is that the uncertainty principle applies to economics. When we measure rational behavior economically, either our own or that of others, we change the definition of rationality. A good or service has one value before it enters the economy and another after it is measured by the economy. When these two values start to differ, particularly when the nominal is less than the actual value, the society becomes dysfunctional and unstable. We all suffer. The second principle is certain deviation. Numerous forces exist which increase nominal wealth while decreasing actual wealth. We become nominally wealthy while becoming actually poor. These forces are certain to affect us. We also lose our ability to choose lifestyles without this deviation. Fighting these deviations is a constant struggle, which requires vigilance. The invisible hand that guides an economy is partly a pyromaniac, sparking a match. Without constant control and extinguishment, certain aspects of an economy consume our entire life and the whole society. The third principle is that much of our conflict and social debate results from the confusion of nominal and actual wealth. The clash of our social and political cultures is often from misunderstanding these two perspectives, even though we are all part nominalist and part actualist. Many of us become addicted to nominal wealth to the detriment of actual wealth. But as we slide into nominalism, many of us do not see our own predicament or even that of others. We think the economy is getting better, but it's getting worse. I'm hoping that this brief introduction to economic actualism has helped you to see the common problems that we all face, and that it will inspire you to more research. The book goes into more detail, but it too is an introduction. This is a new theory which, although it doesn't contradict existing economic theories, puts all of them in a different light, and it's likely to have many applications in numerous fields over the coming years. This is David Billings, wishing you luck. We'll all need it. For the love of money, nominal wealth, men will subject themselves to many injuries, actual poverty.